Honorable Kenson Casimir, Minister for Youth Development and Sports, at the Monday morning Cabinet press briefing, discussed this week's plans for the arrival and celebration of gold and silver Olympic winner Julien Alfred. In addition to confirming this week's schedule for the Olympic champion, the minister also discussed some of his ministry's plans for the development of playing fields throughout St. Lucia.
We know that it is important in terms of finding the next Julien Alfred for facilities to be available to athletes. So when you take a position to develop 12 playing fields, it really means that you've expanded the likelihood of discovering a Julien Alfred, whereas the activities would have been done from only, say, about 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Now you have individuals training and being involved in just racing each other beyond those hours. So the propensity to actually discover athletes are expanded exponentially by developing playing fields around the island. We're looking at playing fields including OG playing field, that's Labrie, Vieux-Fort area. We're looking at where Granivere is getting the lightings as well. We're looking at Cicero playing field will be lit very soon. We're looking at the VG Sports Complex right now in terms of the other sporting disciplines being covered, the VG playing field being developed with lights and of course stands. And so really across the nation, Canry's playing field, we have the Wen playing field in Mon Repos being given that attention. So the length and breadth of St. Lucia will have facilities available to young athletes to ensure that we discover more of them, and I'm certain that within the next 4 or 5 years we will be seeing an output of athletes like never before in St. Lucia's history because of those efforts.
The minister also took this opportunity to applaud the growing involvement of corporate St. Lucia in developing a sports policy in St. Lucia.
A huge part of that framework is the involvement of corporate sector organizations. We saw First National Bank come in a big way to provide the support for the Island Champs, and even before that for Julien Alfred and some other individuals, the likes of Lucia, Bank of St. Lucia, Republic Bank in cricket and in bill fishing and some other areas.
Notably, the minister also identified various approaches in providing incentives for the involvement of corporate St. Lucia within the sporting arena.
How do we stimulate the corporate sector to come nearer to sports? Do we do tax breaks for your sponsorship of a semi-pro cricket and then the semi-pro football that we have? Do we give you whatever contribution that you make towards the sport in the form of a tax concession to encourage more business sector to come in? The actual development of the policy really has had us question a number of things, and most of those questions are rearing its head as a result of the journey of Julien Alfred. So this time is the most opportune time we've ever had in sport. And we cannot allow for this time to just dissipate and fade away. And my ministry is ambitious in ensuring that we take advantage of what's happened to make our case for more financial support for athletes, for clubs, for organizations, for administrators, coaches in the sports sector. And I'm looking forward to ensuring that we have that policy.
As the nation is preparing to receive and celebrate our Olympic champion, Julien Alfred, the Minister for Youth Development and Sports, Honorable Kenson Casimir, is hopeful that the efforts of his ministry will provide the support to produce additional world-class athletes. For Choice News Now, I am Direct Lionel.